Good morning. How are you today? It is a beautiful day today. I can't wait to get to be able to discuss with you some of the essential tools that every actor needs. We've been talking about this now for the last 3 days. This is our fourth day. When I started on Monday, I was sharing tools that professional actors need to have in their tool bag and need to have them updated. If you are an actor and you want to work in the business and you are someone who is taking this serious, then you need these tools in your tool bag. The first tool is your professional headshot. Your headshot says who you are and what you sell, what you specialize in that nobody else does. So that is essential. If you're going to go out there and try to audition for anything, you need a great headshot, and it needs to be done by a professional photographer. The second thing is your resume. Whether you've been acting a long time or just starting, you still need an acting resume. If you don't have a lot of credits, make sure you put your skills or who you've studied with. Those are the essential. If you've done community theater, put that down. One of my favorite tools to use as an actor is something called Canva, canva.com. They have templates for your resume, they have templates for your social media. I mean, they have everything. It is worth the subscription. So, Canva has acting resume templates that you can do. They have business cards templates, and they have, oh God, it goes on and on and on. I have been using that tool forever. I love it. I that is probably one of my go to tools that I use. Number three, we talked about your demo reel. Your demo reel has to be 2 to 3 minutes. So here's the thing: if you're a new actor and you're just starting out, it would be to your advantage to shoot maybe 2 to 3 scenes that are under a minute. Find a partner, shoot them on your phone if you have to. Just make sure that it looks good and that it sounds good. Okay, and then just make that your calling card until you start getting work as a professional actor. But starting out, you want to have a demo reel to show people what you do. You could even put in there a monologue if you haven't, whatever level you're at, make yourself a demo tape. 2 to 3 minutes, not one long scene, just a couple. I would say have three short scenes that could be 45 seconds each. Crush it in those scenes. And if you're not sure how to do it, there are places that will shoot the reels for you. They will, you tell them what scenes you want to do. They'll even help you get a partner to do the scene with. Okay, so there's always a way to get what you need. Number four is your slate shot and your self tape setup. You need to have a space wherever you are that you dedicate just to doing self tapes. You need to make sure you have a clean background, you got good lighting, you have one good lighting source to do it, and that you have a good mic and you have a good reader to read with you, because you want to become the self tape master. You want to be able to master self tapes. That is how casting directors see you. So make sure that you got it going on here. Um, and for everything that I'm talking to you about, if you go to my YouTube channel, Lydia Nicole Live, I have done extensive videos on everything I'm talking to you about, including Canva, your self-tape setup, everything, your headshots. I've got a couple of photographers that I talk to, talking about how an actor should have their headshot. So I got it all for you. That's Lydia Nicole Live at YouTube. The next thing we talked about was the IMDb page. You got to make sure that you have a subscription to IMDb Pro and that you have it current with a professional photo, your bio, and your contact information. Number 6, you want to have a subscription to Actors Access, to casting networks, and any other casting site that maybe your representation will be submitting you through. That's something you got to find out with them. You got to make sure that on these casting sites you have your headshot, your resume, your slate is up. Your slate is, hi, my name is Lydia Nicole. I am a Los Angeles hire. Whatever the slate is that they are requesting, make sure you have all that information. Okay. If you're doing commercials, when you do a slate, they require you to show both your hands, and to give a profile, and do the profile cheat. You're just kind of doing, you're not giving a whole profile. You're just doing enough so they can see the side of your face, and then a full body shot. Okay, that's part of your slate. The next thing is having a website or tree link with all where they can find you. So the tree link would probably have your IMDb Pro page. Maybe it would have your Actors Access link and your Casting Network link if you don't have a website. I am very partial to websites. I know people say, well, I've got a social media page, but that is not yours. Social media can get taken down at any time. We saw it with TikTok. So make sure, and you could just have a one page website that has your current headshot, your reel, and your contact information along with your bio. Number 8, we talked about how important your social media presence is, especially for Instagram, because that's where casting directors go first. Make sure that your social media page is professional, that it represents you. Think of your social media as your press person. It is selling you, it's selling what you sell. Don't put stuff on it that has nothing to do with your acting and what it is that you sell. Treat your social media page like it is your business page. And don't do anything stupid on that, because when casting directors and producers are looking at your social media, they not only want to know how talented you are, they also want to know, are you someone that they can get along with? Are you going to cause trouble on the set? They rather work with somebody who is less talented but easier to get along with, because when you're doing a production, that is a tremendous cost. And if they've got to stop production because you're being a knucklehead, they're not going to be happy, and you might not get a chance to work again. Definitely not with them, but they can badmouth you. So make sure that your social media page is up to par. The next thing is to make sure you have a proper email for your acting. Set up a Google account so that you have a dedicated email for your acting, and that you check it regularly. Important to check it regularly. Also, create a cover letter template that you can send to agents and managers. I have one not just for agents, but I have one for casting directors, and I also have one for producers and showrunners. I like introducing myself to executive producers from episodic television and showrunners from sitcoms. And it's usually just one short paragraph, who I am, what I'm doing, and how I can be of service to that production company. What you don't want to do is say, hey, give me a job. You want to make it very inviting. And that's another another video that you can go check out on my channel. The next thing is make sure that you have a business card or a digital card. I prefer the physical. Um, and I would refer you back to Canva. Why I like the physical as opposed to digital. If you are in a networking place and you don't have the bandwidth, or your phone gets glitchy, or there's no Wi-Fi, you can't give the people your stuff. I know a lot of actors like to say, "Hey, check me out on IG at at Lydia Nicole Live or Acting Smarter Now," but they'll forget. And if you give them a physical card, they have it. They have it. They can't forget it. They have it in their hands. So um, the next thing we talked about is training, making sure that you are in an acting class or maybe taking a co-reading class, keeping your skills sharpened. Also making sure that you have a coach that you can go to when you get an audition and have to do a self-tape, that you have a coach, be it for commercials or theatrical. Have a coach so that you don't do that self-tape and it's wonky. I am a big believer in coaching. I've said that many times. I have a lot of videos up with some fantastic acting teachers that I interviewed. And so you can check that out as well on my YouTube channel. Also, you want to start building a little monologue and scene folder for yourself of things that you do really, really well. So if you're in class and you do a scene and it just speaks who you are and what you sell, then that should be part of your repertoire. That you have at least 2 to 3 scenes that you can crush out the gate, as well as monologues. So that's really, really, really important. And that's why, going back to the training, the acting classes will help you, because you are getting to do all kinds of scenes and roles, and then you get to decide, oh, this is what fits me best. Oh, this scene works really well for me, or this is a great monologue for me. The next thing I want to talk about is a goal tracking and planner. So I created this book, Acting Smarter Now Planner. This is something that I created, probably about maybe 35 years ago, and that I would make my own books and do it. And in it, what I would put is my calendar. Then I would add to it my audition section. So every time I do an audition or self-tape, I write down what the project was, who it was to. I make sure that I take a selfie for myself so that I can put it in that page. I also have a page for when you meet with your agents or managers, so you could write down everything. This book is indispensable. Why am I telling you about this book? Because every actor needs to have one place where they have all their acting information business wise. You may go on an audition, and it, I mean, I'm telling you, it's chock full. This, I left nothing out of this book, not a thing. So you can get this at shoplydianicole.com. I also have a digital version of it for those of you that don't like paperbacks or hardcover books. I have a digital, and you can get any of them at shoplydianicole.com. Shoplydianicole.com. Okay, make it real simple. So you want to have the tracker. You want to make sure you have a planner. I also have target sheets in there that are self-explanatory. They have to do with who you want to meet in the business, what shows you want to do, what directors you want to work with, what creatives you want to collaborate with. The next one I want to talk to, and this will be the last one for today, and then we'll finish it off tomorrow, is making sure that you have access to all the industry sites that you need to help you with casting. you should be looking at your backstage, backstage.com. You should be making sure um, Casting Frontier is part of the Actors Access um, uh, casting networks. But some industry sites that you should also check out would be Deadline.com, The Wrap, it would be the dailies, uh, Variety, the Reporter. The reason for the Reporter, the Wrap, the Variety, dailies is that it tells you who is doing what projects. That is a wonderful way to start looking for work. If Steven Spielberg is doing a new project, and I read that, oh my God, this takes place in New York, it takes place in Harlem, it does. I'm going to submit for that project because chances are that is going to be a fit for me. If it's a school movie, they need teachers. I'm a great teacher. I'm going to submit for that. So I have found over the course of my entire career that doing my due diligence, reading those magazines, online sites. When I started out, they were just magazines. I would buy the magazines every morning. The Hollywood Reporter, the Variety, and back then backstage there was a backstage, but it was New York. L.A. had Dramalog, and I would get my magazines and my newspapers. I would go to the farmers market next to the Grove. Back then there was no Grove, and I would have my marker, my highlighter, and I would read, highlight what movies or TV shows were in development, who was doing what, and then I would go home. I would write a note. I would let them know, that I wanted to be part of it. I would do my research. What is great today that I didn't have access to when I was starting out is that you have IMDb Pro. You have the internet to look up these people to find out what they've done. One of my favorite AI sites to do my research on people is called Perplexity.ai. I can type in their name and their title, Lydia Nicole, producer, who is she? And it will tell me everything that Lydia Nicole, producer, did. Or I can do Lydia Nicole, actress. It will tell me from videos to pictures to articles to just anything that is found on the internet. It will give me, and that is a wonderful way for you to start knowing who the people are in the industry. This is an industry you want to have a long career with. Don't, as an actor, do not think about, oh, I want a job. No, you want a career. If you have a career, you have many, many, many job opportunities. But if you're just looking for that one job, you got to wear yourself out. You got to think bigger. Career. I'm an actor. I have a long-term career. I'm winning awards. I have a long-term career. I'm meeting people. I'm building relationships. I've got stuff going on. So this business is not just about who you know, but who knows you. So these tools will help in having people know who you are. You could be the most talented actor. I've said this every day this week. You could be the most talented actor, but if people don't know who you are, if your tools are not up to date, example, IMDb Pro, you got to make sure you have your updated picture. I'm an actor and a producer, and as a producer, when I'm looking for actors, the first place I go to is IMDb Pro. If they don't have a picture, or if their picture is really old, I pass them because I'm like, okay, they're either not in the business or they don't care about their business. I don't have time for that. You want that when they check your pages, whether it is your IMDb Pro or your social media, you are current. You have something going on. So, with that said, I want to invite you to go to my YouTube channel, Lydia Nicole Live, and check out all the content that I have, because I have spent the last almost 13 years putting content up for you, the fantastic actor, to help you in your journey. I also want to invite you to go to shoplydianicole.com to get your planner, be it a physical or digital. I also have a program if you're a new actor and all of this is overwhelming. I created a course that goes with the planner to walk you through all the steps. It is phenomenal. It is what I wish I had when I was starting out. I wish you the best today, and may your career be successful and fantastic. I want to say thank you for joining me, and I will see you, God willing, tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.